Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another family art project for Studio 23. I'm Autumn, the education coordinator here, and if you got to catch the previous segment with Tara, you know that we are featuring the art of Katrina Ray today. And you got to see a beautiful example of her work if you saw Tara's segment. And Katrina is known for doing work in pastels, and she does beautiful images of Western scenes, Native people, and a lot of animals. And I have to admit, the animals are my favorite. So I thought today I would do a family project inspired by the animal pictures that I just love so much that Katrina does. And like Tara mentioned, if you have not seen the artwork of Katrina, we recommend you come out, view some of our 50 artists and check out her work because it's stunning. And she's just an all-around great person, great artist. So check out her art. It's pretty fantastic. So I do have one little example of one of her pieces here. This is another one of her frog pieces, which, like I said, I love her frog pieces. So, and to me, I'm just like, my mind's blown that she does this with pastel, right? Like, I just think that's amazing. What a talent. So I can work a little bit in pastel, but I thought for this project, I didn't think maybe people at home would necessarily have pastels around. So I thought we would work in colored pencil instead. So this is what we're going to be doing, a little bit more family-friendly version of a frog. For supplies, you can use any paper that you may have to work on. I'm working on cardstock, but you could easily do this on any old paper that you have laying around. It doesn't even have to be white paper. I think you could do colored paper and it would work just fine. So you're going to need some paper. I have a pencil just so I can sketch it out. I have an eraser because remember, drawing is just as much erasing as it is drawing. And then I have some colored pencils. And for this frog, I chose some greens, yellows, reds, browns, grays, colors like that. If that kind of gives you a little help as to maybe what colors you might want to use. And we'll talk more about that as we get going in the project. So as far as supplies go, that's all you need for today. So I'll go ahead and get the cameras adjusted and we will get started on our project. All right, I think we're good. All right, so like I said, here's the example that we're gonna work from. This is, let me sketch this. This is the Katrina Ray painting that gave me my inspiration. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna really quickly sketch out a frog, okay? And remember, you have your eraser for a reason. So, you're going to sketch it out. You do light lines. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? So, you can always fix stuff with your eraser. So you're just going to go in and, let's see. I'm going to do mine a little darker just so you can see them. I would not normally sketch this dark, but I just want you to be able to see it. So we're drawing a little circle, and then I'm drawing an almond shape in the middle for his eye. And remember, this does not have to be perfect. You can always clean up the lines when you're done. Now I'm just kind of outlining around this eye a little bit. Okay, got that done. Let's see. Now we're going to draw the eye that's next to it, the one that's facing the opposite direction. And this will just kind of be like an upside down U shape. okay? And then from there, we're gonna do a curved line that's gonna be like the face and the nose area, okay? And that's just gonna be a curved line, just like that. And remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. We can always go in and fix things. Okay, let's see, next we're gonna do a curved line here, where his mouth will eventually be, and that's just gonna be, let's see, you want that to go maybe about to where the eye starts. So you're just gonna go in. Okay, let's see, we'll do a little indication of a nostril, and then we'll start drawing out his body. So we'll bring his body out to, I don't know, maybe around here. So I might make a little mark to give me an idea where I want it to be. And it's just gonna be a curved line. We're gonna start at the eye, and I'm gonna start sketching in. Let's see, I want it to go out a little bit this way. I want it to go down. All right, so I got a body shape there. Let's see. I want to draw that little bump on the back end of the frog. And then I'll start to draw his leg a little bit. All right, from there we're going to start to draw his underbelly area. So let's see, I'm going to go in right around here. Start to sketch that in a little bit. And let's see, we'll move on to his leg. So I'll do, let's see, right about here. Start to sketch in the leg, and that's just a curved line. Kind of ends pretty blunt. And then another curved line to be the bottom of the leg here. I'll show you. You go in like that. Okay. Let's see. Okay. We'll go in, we'll do a little bit of a line for the underbelly on this side. Okay. And we'll get that a little further. Okay. Let's see. From there, let's see. We'll start a little bit of an indication of an arm right here in front. Those are just going to be a couple of straight lines down. I mean, relatively straight, right? Remember, we're not looking for perfection here. We're just sketching this out. Let's see. I'm going to do another little U shape here so I can start to get the idea of his back of his leg and his foot. Let's see. And that might be a little big, so we're going to use our eraser. All right. Now remember, if you are trying to follow along, this will be posted, so you can always go back in and pause it to follow along. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. And I'm just going to go in and make those little balls at the end of their toes, or suction cups, whatever they are. I'm not entirely sure. I need a bio major to help me out here. I'm not sure what those are. All right, let's see. I think we can finish off his arm, and I'm just doing some curved lines, just like that. And then I'm gonna go in and do some more curved lines so I can get those rest of his fingers in. A little curved line set right up here because he's got like almost like a little thumb going on. little circles. And then we gotta fill this in a little bit. I kind of forgot about this area. So let's make a little more of his underbelly. Sketch that in. Let's see. And then we need his hand that's right up here. So I'll come in right up by this other eye and I'll just start doing some curved lines like I did this other hand, curved lines. Circles on the end. All right. And can't forget this one right down here. And that'll just be a little more of a straight line. Circle on the end, and then this one's coming kind of right alongside the body. All right, so ideally you would go in and you would clean things up a little bit on this, right? But for the sake of time here, I won't do that so much. But once you're done sketching it out and you have it exactly how you want and you're happy with it, then you're gonna just wanna go in and you're gonna start coloring it in. Now, if you've ever seen any of our videos in the past that we've worked with colored pencil, or we featured the art of our artist instructor, Julie Tislicki, you've seen that it's all about layering with colored pencil. And I'm sure it's very much the same. We'd have to ask Katrina, but I'm sure it's very much the same for pastels as well. It's many times in most art, it's all about layering colors, and that's how you get your desired effect. So I go in with a lot of greens. I think I started with yellow just to give me some kind of base. And there are some areas like here, the belly, parts of the legs, parts of the face, that I want to appear a little closer. So that's why I started with yellow, because some areas I just have them look a little more yellow. So so they'll appear closer to me. It'll make it look a little more realistic. So I kind of just went in with yellow, and I just start layering my colors in. And I'm actually going over the whole entire thing. And again, my color pencils are erasable, so if I go over the edge, I'm not too worried right now, especially since I'm in a hurry. But I'm sure at home you'll do a much nicer job of coloring. I'm sure you'll stay in the lines. All right, so I got a little layer of yellow down. I'm gonna go in with this, it's like a green oxide kind of color. I'm gonna go in. And I'm just gonna start going over top with that. Again, just filling layers, lots of layers. Now I'm not gonna go over the feet, because if you look at the example, you'll see that the feet are more of like a salmon or a pink color. So I'm not so much gonna go over the feet with the green. Really just the body, the arms, the legs. All right. So now if I want to kind of make some of these areas fall back, I'm going to go in and add, you could add like the darker green, or you can add red, or you can add a combination of the two. That's what I did here. The reason why I used red is because red and green are opposites. They're complementary colors, right? So it kind of will help, if I add red to the green, it'll kind of help push it back in the form of what we're looking at. So I have a dark green, so I might go in and kind of, see, I want to create this kind of belly shape here, so I might just kind of give myself the general shape of it and then just go in and start coloring away. Now I'm not going to get the actual underbelly so much because I want to keep that lighter. I might go in with the dark green and do the tops of the legs, because you can see the legs, tops of the legs are darker than the back of the legs. Do the very back here also. Part closer to the face will make it darker. Shadow, a little bit of shadow up here. All right, oh, a little bit right here too will do. And then, like I said, you could even go in with your red in some of these areas, just to darken it even more. And that's really going to help that light push forward and pop. And that's a good trick you can do with any color. Use its complementary and see the cool things that happen when you do that. Let's see where we're at. The feet, you could go over those with some pink. And then the eye, you want to make sure the eye is nice and red. That's kind of one of the defining things about this particular frog, is he's got a bright red eye. So you're just going to want to go in. I'm going to use a little bit warmer red, and this is like an orange red, and then go in. And I'm going to really press hard on with my pencil, because I really want that to be nice and bold. And then I'm just going to go over that. Let's see, I'll go over the pupil with some green, to make it pop away from that red. And then, so you can just really keep layering and layering the colors. Another thing I like to do is around the edge. You can see here where I've gone over the edges where I originally drew with greens and reds, because you know, I have the green in the frog. And any place where it's yellow, I did the edge with purple, because again, it's a complementary and it helps kind of send that back in space and brings the yellow forward in space. And then I didn't really do any kind of background. I kind of just scribbled some gray so you could get a sense of he was climbing on something, and you know, not just floating on my paper, but you know, you could do a background similar to what Katrina did, where it's like an implied grass or plant back there. That's a great idea to do. Looks fantastic. You could actually go ahead and draw out a tree or a plant or whatever your frog is sitting on. But that's what you're going to want to keep doing. You're just going to want to keep layering and layering until you're happy with your frog. So this is my project for today. This is my Katrina Ray inspired frog. I hope that you go out and give this project a try. It's very easy. Like I said, it will be posted after this on both our website and on Facebook. So if you wanted to try this, you could go right in and pause it as much as you need until you get it done how you want. So that's it for me this week. Up next is Val. She's got another great project for you inspired by Katrina. And I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic weekend, and we'll see you soon. Bye.